Yep.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Mm.
What pronouns do you prefer to use?
Use he slash him. Thank you.
Okay. Why did you choose this name for yourself, UltraSheepLord?
There actually really isn't an interesting story here. I just like sheep and picked that name. Uh, like picked the song. I can't really remember exact details. I do remember where I picked it though. I like for some reason I'm able to remember the exact computer in the school, like computer lab that I first entered the name on. But reasoning wasn't specific.
My alarm just went off.
That's okay.
Let me just turn it on. Um, when did you first become passionate about content creation?
I actually started streaming literally the day after I turned 13, and I streamed for about a solid few months on a YouTube channel that I've not yet revealed the name of. Um, and yeah, so I streamed for a bit on it, and then I stopped streaming for a while, and then I recently came back, stream regularly, and now it's started again, and sometimes I enjoy it.
You do other stuffs, not just streaming, right? So you are doing the MCC Tips
Oh
project
yeah.
and also you are on the MCC shows, right?
Yeah, I think I do more on that. I do stream again. It's actually just a bit awkward because I haven't really done a stream in quite a while. I do plan to eventually return to streaming though.
How is this MCC Tips project got created?
Because we have to go very back to I wanted to do something with stats, and I said, does anybody have a big list of everyone's statistics? And nobody did, so I decided to make it myself. And then I started combining old data from multiple sources, and I started filling in my own data, and then getting a bunch of people to help. Uh, and then what happened is that my stats grew so large with a bunch of people helping, so I eventually decided to rebrand all the stats work off into its own separate entity, which it is now.
That's cool. And how did you become admin on the MCC, the show?
Uh, it was actually well, I was invited. I was actually in a public VC in the MCC Discord. Actually, one of the first times I turned up my microphone, and I encountered them, and then they invited me to go and up with some stats stuff. So I joined. Then I and then I managed to work my way up after in the early days being one of the few people who actually like brought stuff to meetings, and then somehow I was made admin. Still not fully sure what exactly why.
That's cool. Does your friends or family knows about your content?
Uh, yes, actually, I'm like pretty open. Firstly for the show, I do remember I actually had an IRL ping me because I made a typo in a community post on MCC highlight. And as for my own content, I'd do streaming, and like my IRL Discord server would have advertisements channel, so I put it there.
And what was your parents' reaction to it?
It wasn't really. They were really don't think they had an interesting reaction. It's just okay because I didn't like Sunday suddenly announce, by the way, I'm streaming now, but it was like more of an occasional thing. I mean, when I became affiliate and I had to get my dad to fill to sign some stuff, it was just like, yep, okay.
That's cool. And what motivates you to do your content? Like, was the MCC tips and the streaming?
Uh, hmm. This is a hard question. I should have thought of. about that. For stats, it's like what I enjoy doing, working on the projects, and like the team builder is almost done. May even be released by the time that this come out. And yeah, I enjoy working on it. As for streaming, it's really just me. I'm enjoy the thought mind of, hey, I'm right now doing something I enjoy, so why not stream myself while doing it?
Fair enough. Um, which platform do you think helped you the most?
Uh, for my personal stuff, no stuff, I've streamed on both YouTube and Twitch, but I'd say that it's a mixture of all bunch because my audience is like 90% people who know me from elsewhere in the community. So like people who've heard of me in the stats and come watching this. But I don't really want to say this, so it's like sort of a mixture between Twitter, Reddit, and Discord in the community. Uh,
And what do you think was the biggest milestone you reached until now?
hmm, biggest milestone I reached. Well, I guess you could say uh getting to affiliate pretty is pretty big, but I'd also say it's having consistent viewers and like there's like so a big
Yeah,
milestone for me, which I've been trying to reach but haven't really reached yet, is having viewers that know me for my streams and are not just there because of me. So it's like the opposite of what's expected because if everyone's there just because I'm like somewhat do other stuff, sure, but I'm not going to grow. People are actively coming for my entertainment. That means the streams are doing well. So
yeah. And I think once they will discover your content or something, they will stay. As a small content creator, it hard to get discovery.
yeah,
Um, what's something what people who watch your content don't know about you? So, do you have a hobby or something what you didn't talk
hobby.
about on streams?
Uh, oh, my hobbies are mainly like publicly known and what I enjoy doing. Like my biggest passions and hobbies that of related is like aerospace and stuff. But I do quite a bit of Kerbal Space Program streams, so
That's
that's
really cool.
pretty obvious. Um, hmm.
What do you like in space? Like which
Uh,
part?
I like a lot of it. I'm just like big into like that sort of area, and I have 1,000+ hours in Kerbal Space Program. Uh,
That's a lot.
it is a lot.
Um, what advice would you give to someone who just starting out content creation?
Mm, biggest advice is to ask why. If you want to do if you're starting out content creation because you want to be a content creator, just stop what you're doing. The whole likelihood of it is that you will not make it, and no one will care. So don't expect anything. Just do what you like. Maybe stream for this, and if you pop off, you pop off. Don't don't do stuff with expectations of anything coming in the future.
Talking about expectations, do you have something what you thought differently before starting out?
Hmm?
Like everyone has an idea before starting out streaming content creation, anything. Uh, do you did you have these ideas, and is there anything what was different after you started?
Hmm. I mean, I have ideas. I mean, initially I was trying to set to regular schedule, and I'd occasionally had do streams which I just didn't enjoy doing. So I guess I've slowed down my content creation to streaming when I feel like it, and it means I'm not a consistent streamer. But until I can like feel like I can consistently find something to stream which I enjoy, it's not really much point. I mean, yes, I could slowly build up ad revenue until I reach $100, but that's a long grind.
Yeah. Um, what advice would you give your younger self?
Depends. Depends
Um,
how young.
the time when you started the content creation, you study were 30, right?
Um, I'd probably tell my younger self not to bother, like in the to be honest, because I, that era would end with me like being forced for unrelated reasons, being forced to stop streaming, and also I was streaming on YouTube, which I felt like, especially at the time, was not helpful. Um,
Have you ever felt demotivated?
have I ever felt demotivated? Yeah, I've a lot. That's again why I stopped streaming on a schedule and instead have moved to a stream when I feel like it, and I haven't streamed in weeks, but I plan to return at some point.
You return when you feel it.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
and what do you think was the biggest challenge you are facing right now?
Biggest challenge? Um, Finding stuff to do that I enjoy, and also the time and motivation is the big thing. Like, like in a few like at the end of this week, I'm gonna go on a vacation, and I plan to use the vacation as like a soft reset on like everything online,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll probably like use that. So, like for example, I'm grinding out the team builder to have it finished, and then like
That's cool. Um, who has been your biggest supporter, mentor, or role model?
Hmm. I didn't really have one, to be honest.
Do you have
Uh,
someone who just look up or something,
hmm.
or not
Not
really?
really. Nah.
It's fine. What do you think? How COVID affected your content? Like, if COVID's not happening, would you still do this kind of stuff or no?
Ooh. I can't answer that question. It would be very hard because COVID significantly, like, without the pandemic, like, my online course would change. So I definitely would not be in this manner because like early pandemic, like it like got me like started onto some path, and then the mid pandemic, it's like what introduced me to MCC, and then like in Victoria we had a second wave of lockdown, and that what really brought me close to online friends. And so I can't really answer that. No clue.
Is there anything what you, uh, sorry, is there anything what you would put on a billboard if you get the chance?
Um, buy MCC highlights merchandise. It's glorious merchandise. I would be wearing it if mine arrived yet. Shipping is very weird.
Shipping is always weird with merch.
Hmm? Pardon?
Shipping is always weird with merch.
Yes,
It takes
it's
a lot.
painful. It does. It does.
Um, did you ever made content without face cam? And if yes, why did you decide to do a face reveal?
Um, I used to not show my face or really because privacy, and I still like not fully this, uh and then like after that like I stopped caring, but then I was still faceless because I didn't have a webcam. But so like I think my first real face reveal was I posted the cat sheep image onto my Twitter because again I really just stopped caring and I thought it would be a funny way to break the ice. And then I spent like eventually I got a webcam and I was able to be doing. But before that, I actually figured out how to use my phone camera as a webcam, and it was glorious and very buggy.
Yeah, phone cameras is just saving, but it can be really, really behind.
Mm.
Um, do you have any kind of plan? What type of content do you want to make in the future?
Uh, Switch to more variety and just do some fun stuff. I was thinking about playing a bunch of games, and yeah, I mean
Mm,
it's still need to not run into an issue where what what I want to stream is different than what my viewers want me to stream, and then yeah.
yeah, sadly that's happening sometimes, but I say go with something what you enjoy.
Hmm.
What's your goals for the end of the year?
Uh, no, I'll firstly really get back into streaming would be a good goal. But I actually like just want to like settle some stuff. I really don't have that much goals. I've got goals for the end of this month, but not the end of this year.
If you'd go up to the space, what would be the thing what you would like to see the most?
What do you mean by that?
Like, if you'd go into the space, like, you could breathe there and just visit planets or stars or anything. Is there something what you really want to see?
Not really. Uh,
And how can people who's watching this podcast find you?
you can find me as at UltraSheepLord on Twitter, the UltraSheepLord on Twitch. Yeah.
And I will also put the link in description. Thank you for coming on.
Yep, no problem.
Bye.
Bye.